Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Art of the Oracle. Now, today is our Tarot Tuesday. We're using the White Sage Tarot, and then we're going back to For the Love of Dragons. So this is a beautiful deck I got down when I was in Florida because I was seeing dragons everywhere, and that was in 2024, and I think that was the year of the dragon. But I feel like there's an awakening that's happening. I'd love to hear from you. When I sat in prior to this reading and just quieting my mind, kind of in a meditation, I heard that it's very important for you to follow your gut. So if you're feeling, to do something that doesn't make sense, but it feels like a gut instinct, then follow that. So let's dive into the cards and find out what is happening within the collective field and energy, and the information and inspiration that we're going to receive here from this dragon energy. Isn't this a beautiful deck? It's so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to take these three that kind of jumped up. All right, so there's a fourth one over here that just stuck to my hand, so we'll see. Okay, so it's interesting because there's a lot of things that are wanting to be revealed, but I feel like because the way things are opening up, like this one didn't come up, that one. Anyway, it just feels like there's a lot of layers of information and that we have to hear something, digest it, then go to the next layer. So the perception, card number 35, and then 40, the tender. So the first thing that I notice is that we have male and female. We have the male and female actually looking at each other. And then this one is focusing on this tiny little dragon. And this one's focusing on the big. It's almost like everything is balancing each other out. We have masculine and feminine. We have this tiny dragon, which feels like transformation because of all these butterflies around it. And then we have this dragon here that's really big. The other thing that I'm noticing is that this little dragon, the attention, like literally like nose to nose, and this one nose to nose, right? And this one is high up above the world is what it feels like, way up high on the top of a building. And even though it has these incredible symbolic things around it, saying that you're being supported by nature and sacred geometry. And the perception is whatever you're focusing on is what you're going to receive. So if you're listening to the news and in this fear mode, that's what you're going to perceive. More of that. If you're balancing it, and I know it's not that easy right now to do this, but this is what I feel like is very, very important right now for us to do, is to breathe in, check in with our body, and only go towards things that feel like they resonate with us, that bring us inner peace and joy. And the things that are causing us fear or anxiety, to let those go, because they're only your reality because you're focused on them. So that's the one thing. And then we have this tender. Now, there's a lot of things that are the same. Like they both have these striped socks. And I feel like it's because they're balancing the two sides of themselves as they're going through their day-to-day world. There is a balancing that's needed to move forward. So I'm gonna go to the guidebook and see what it says about the perceptionist. Okay, it says go beyond your five senses. So I love that because yesterday it talked a little bit about the fairy tales and the importance of bringing back fairy tales because life is magical. And that's what this is reminding us, is that we can decide to look at things that aren't being spoon-fed to us, like the garbage on the news. What it says is any good scientist worth her petri dish, like any fairy tale is worth his yarn. That doesn't make sense to me. Will tell you that just because you can't see something doesn't mean it's not there. That's the message. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. It's you raising your vibration. Some things are higher vibrating, some things are lower vibrating. So depending on what you're vibrating at is going to be what you're perceiving. It says, the miraculous and marvelous often exist outside of our known measuring devices. Okay, so that is very profound. It's going along with what yesterday was. And then the tender, which I've never got this card out before. It says, sometimes looking into the eyes of our beloved helps us to see ourselves more clearly. Wow. Let's see how... It says your beloveds are a mirror for you. So they're showing you a piece of you when you look at them. So let's see what else it says here. Like your child, your cat, your dog, and your horse, whatever you have in your world, one-of-a-kind creations deserve the most gracious attention. You are walking, talking, breathing. You are a miracle. Wow. Okay, so there you go. It's telling us that what we pay attention to is the utmost importance, and that we are the divine and the miraculous. So let's see. Wow, we have card number 11 with the moon dancer here. And this speaks very highly about this intuitive nature and all of these transits that are going on right now. The moon dancer says it's time for you to dream. For you to dream in all the energy of the moon. So pay attention to what you're dreaming. That's what I'm hearing from this card as well. And then it says, ask the moon to guide you through the dark night, bringing luminosity to all that's currently unknown, unseen, and unformed. So it's asking you to go into your dream time, perhaps, and ask for things to be revealed to you. And lastly, oh my gosh, it's back to the fairy tale. To believe in fairy tales first. To believe in the things that everybody has told you aren't real first, instead of all the stuff that everybody is telling us is real. That doesn't feel very good right now, because the first thing I heard was follow your instincts. That now is the time for us to really listen to what's going on intuitively, not what we've been told is true, because those things are only true if we pay attention to them. Okay, so there's a chakra card that is coming out, and it's, let's see, wow, 6 of Pentacles. So this is asking us to balance our world, because typically the 6 of Pentacles is showing somebody coming back into your world again after they've been gone for a while. And there's like this pole that it's sitting on, which feels like a crossroads. Also, we have this yellow ribbon, which to me is about your solar plexus chakra and how you feel about yourself. So what I'm hearing from this is that sometimes in life, as a matter of fact, a lot of times in life, we're kind of taught things, and they're not always in balance with what our truth is and who we really are. So let's see what other cards are coming out with this 6 of Pentacles. I feel like it's these 2 cards right here. Wow, another 6, a 6 of Swords. And the Page of Cups. So interestingly, there's a center that is happening here. This is the air energy. This is the earth energy. This is a heart energy. And this little otter, which is like this new open-hearted energy, call it the new young people of the world that are just coming in curious and in this yellow energy, right? Being fully happy with who they are, right? And I think we all were, but we learned at a very young age that we had to perform, and we just couldn't be happy with ourselves. The world around us had to be happy with us as well. And because in the center here, we have yellow, which is our solar plexus, and purple, which designates our crown or third eye chakra. It's asking us to be aware, again, of the balancing of our energies, because this chakra card that isn't supposed to come out came out. And because it did, I had it in the bottom of my box, and then it just came out with everything else, telling me that it's time to balance our chakras, because all of this stuff that wants to come out and be a part of our world, this stuff that we have been told isn't real, the magic within us, the dragon energy, the fairy tales, all these happy endings are just fairy tales, but that's not true. It's just that we have been sold things to keep us in order, in line, to make us feel like we are limited, and we're not. So the Six of Pentacles is asking us to balance what we believe about ourselves and what we were told as we were growing up, and what we really feel is true now. The Six of Swords is around differing ideas, that there's literally what I'm feeling with this Six of Swords, because it can be around lying and things that aren't true. But what's coming down, I feel like, is inspiration and greater knowing of how we have divided our truths, how from reality and truth is what's real. And then it's time, because she's literally got like this little purple lotus flower on the top of her head here, showing us that that's in yogis believe that the crown opens up into this 100-petal lotus, and that's when you're opening up to your divine inspiration and knowledge. So I think all these cards are asking us to pay attention to the things that we were sold as untrue and what we've been sold as true, and to believe in what we feel in our solar plexus energy is right. What we believe is true, and to start listening to our higher wisdom, our higher self, which is the Six of Swords energy. So I hope this is giving you some insight and inspiration. Believe in you, believe in love, believe in the gifts and the beauty of the possibility in the things that are not yet seen, that there are different realms and consciousness that perhaps we are unaware of could be coming into our awareness very soon. So thanks again for being here. Have an amazing day. Bye now.